What is up, YouTube? Today we are going to do an oil change on a SFV650 Gladius. It's a 2014. I believe the 2009 all the way up to the 2015 models are exactly the same. So let's get started. Alright, so what are we going to need? Well, we're going to need our oil. 2.9 quarts. I use genuine Suzuki 10W40. That way the Suzuki can't bitch about a warranty. We're going to try out the Bike Master filter. It seems to be a really good quality. We're going to give it a shot. I change my oil every 2,000 miles, so I also change my filter every 2,000 miles. Arguably, there is so much debate when it comes to oil and filter and applications, but there is no argument when it comes to the logic of cleaner is better. Simple as that. So, oil filter, a funnel, so we can add oil back in our engine, 14 millimeter. A drain bucket, and you should probably use an oil filter wrench in your oil filter. Today we're going to use man-bare hands, so we'll get that done. So first thing we're going to want to do is we're going to want to start warm up the engine so that the fluid is more viscous. Let's go ahead and do that. I'm running out of gas light on. Alright, once we're up to operating temperature, I'd say give it a good 5 minutes at least, to be honest with you. You don't want it scalding hot to the point where you're burning the hell out of yourself and melting plastic, but you do want it pretty warm. Damn, that thing sounds so good. Alright, well, let's get started with our oil change. Yeah, editing is awesome. Let's take our 14 millimeter ratchet wrench here. This drain plug right here, there are a couple little ports that you can take apart, but the main one here is going to be this one. Lefty-loosey, righty-tighty. Don't mind my man-bare strength. There we have it. We're draining. Couple notes. Bike needs to be on side stand because the engine is angled to drain this way. Let's inspect our drain plug. Clean it. Inspect it. Gasket looks good. You're really supposed to replace these gaskets every time you do an oil change, but if it's not leaking and you don't over torque it, it should be fine. I would inspect the threads as well. Make sure nobody's cross-threaded. Drain plug looks pretty darn healthy to me. Ding! While we're letting that drain, you're going to want to let it drain for a while. 10-15 minutes, really, to get the most out that you can. Let's go ahead and man-bare strength our oil filter here. Well, that didn't work. Let's try it without the gloves. And puppy whining in the background. So there we have it. Oil and filter. The easiest oil change you're ever going to do on anything, really. I mean, it really is. One thing I forgot to mention, you're looking for metal flakes in your oil. It'll give you an early warning of potential hazard. Like, for instance, this bike here. The neutral safety switch screw randomly falls out and destroys the engine. There's a fix for it. You use Loctite, blue Loctite. Alright, so let's go ahead and hand thread. Very important. Hand thread our drain plug back in. I didn't look up the torque specs for the drain plug beforehand, but I'm going to assume it's somewhere around 10 foot-pounds of torque. Maybe a little less, maybe a little bit more, but I'm going to say beep, beep. That's good enough. Alright, for the oil filter, let's check out this Bike Master oil filter. It seems to be of OE quality. To tell you the truth, I might actually believe that this filter is made in the same factory as a Suzuki filter. The quality seems to be exactly the same. We're gonna give it a shot. You're supposed to take clean oil and put it on the gasket. We're gonna take our dirty oil. It's not really that dirty. Just wet your gasket. Screw it. Damn. Bloopers. Don't drop your brand new oil filter in the dirty oil. Pay special attention to threading it on. Make sure it's nice and should thread on extremely easy. Alright, we're going to give it a snug down. I want to wipe my hands off here real quick. If I believe right, the oil filter is supposed to be torqued to 14 foot-pounds of torque. We're just going to say that's 14 foot-pounds of torque. Just okay. There's the torque. All right. You could have probably unscrewed this to help it drain a little bit quicker, but I'm a big fan of not letting things get into the engine. You know, like it's extremely dusty. There's a lot of pollen out. That little particle, I don't know whether that'll affect the engine or not, but better to be safe than sorry. Let's go ahead and 09 to 2015 SFV650 Gladius takes 1040. I like to use Suzuki genuine engine oil, and the reason for that is not only are we not going to void our warranty out on this vehicle here, but we also meet and exceed all the American Petroleum Institute's ratings here, and also the Japanese MA. One thing you need to know about motorcycle engine oil, it's a little bit different than your regular car engine oil. You cannot throw regular car engine motor oil in a motorcycle because you have a wet clutch. Your engine, your transmission, and your clutch all use the same exact engine oil. Okay, so you don't want to use regular run-of-the-mill bulk oil from wherever. Alright, so let's get started. Let's pour our oil in, 2.9 quarts. Now, for warranty purposes, I'm going to follow the manufacturer recommendations. But to be very honest with you, you throw an extra 0.1 of a quart in an engine, it ain't going to do a damn thing. So there we go. 2.9. Alright, we got our oil in. Boop. Alright, so what we're going to do here is we're going to verify our work. Let's start her up. See that red light? See it went out? That was your oil pressure light warning. It went out. Now, let's check for any leaks. No leaks so far. Alright. Once you have the bike warmed up, you're checking your level indicator here. You have your low mark, your full mark. You want it to be on a level ground, and you want it to be right here. Right on the full mark. Not high, not low. Right on the full mark. And that is how you change the oil in a SFV650 Gladius. And like I mentioned before, I'm pretty sure that it all translates over into the V-Strom 650 as well. Seems how it's the same engine with just a little bit of head different. Well, cam, if I'm right. I'm probably wrong. Who knows? Anyways, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. I really appreciate it, guys. Thank you.